Hi, and a very warm welcome to the Grassroots Weekender show. Hope everyone's keeping fine out there and you've had an absolutely unbelievable weekend up to now. Well, it's been pretty mild this weekend, so thankfully plenty of grass football has been on. You've waited a long time for it. Yeah, it's just catch up. What I'm surprised at is some leagues, dear mate, just needed a mouthful, as we say. We're still over trying to get over this chest infection, and I'm sure there's many of you out there suffering exactly the same as me. What I'm surprised is we haven't long kicked the ball at a junior league, and already they are taking applications on for next season. To be honest, my honest opinion, I really don't know what I want to do next season. So you don't like to be sort of forced into a situation. Should be plenty of time. If leagues are full and they have waiting lists, then there's no need to panic any existing teams and what have you. This is my opinion. To join up. You know, it's a lot of money when we're talking about asking parents for training fees, for administration fees, affiliation fees, and then suddenly before the season's even probably finished, or you know, it's still commenced and it's still ongoing. Leagues ask for more money straight away to get into their coffers. Obviously there should be loads of money in leagues at the moment. That's my honest opinion anyway. So they get by, and they're all non-refundable deposits. So if the team is forced to make a payment, and then unfortunately a little bit further down the line they realise they can't go on, or they don't want to go on, they lose that £50. And I think that's wrong. I really do, my honest opinion. But this is all my opinion. I don't know whether everyone or anyone feels exactly the same as myself. Anyway, football goes on, as we know ourselves. So if you've been out and about today, I hope everything went fantastically well on the sidelines, on the field of play, with the committees, with the referees, especially the referees, because we have no referees if we don't have a game. And what I mean by that is we start chasing our referees away from them. It's not really a game of football, is it? Because we all know when you start putting managers in charge of a game, it's not the same feeling, and this is why we do have referees. So no ref, no game, and this is where we come along, and this is what we state, isn't it? You know, you chase a referee away from the game, then there is no game basically. It's not the same feeling as when a referee turns up in uniform. As the same as the kids are all in uniform, the referee turns up in uniform, great. That's what it's all about, professionalism. Even though it's not professional in grassroots football, is it? Well, that's my honest opinion. Is it professional? Obviously not, because it's not a professional game. Referees don't get professional fees. They get a payment for their time, participation within the game. I'm not too sure about how many coaches out there are getting paid as well to run teams, but there is quite a few trying to make a business out of things. I don't know where that all stands. I really don't, with tax, because if you're paying people, they're all self-employed really, aren't they? That's my honest opinion. Well, it's not my honest opinion, I think it's just fact. But yeah, that's down to the inland revenue. If you want to start making a game out of it, then, or a business out of it, then it's entirely up to yourselves. Anyway, wherever you've been, I hope you had a fantastic time at grassroots football. Obviously, I'm not 100%, as you can obviously tell, but hopefully next week we'll draw a line under the chest infection and I'll get back to square one, because it really does put you behind on things. And we've got our REFspect awareness weekend, and we're asking all the clubs, committees, leagues to get involved and support our own referees. And what we mean by that is Don't Cross the Line has been established in 2003. We've been bringing people together from the sidelines on the field of play just to make sure that the kids enjoy the football. And what we do is to make sure that the referees are protected. And when we say protected, is looked after from verbal abuse, aggressive behaviour, racist comments and bullying on and off the field of play. We do not want to see that, especially in grassroots football. And many of the referees are only minors themselves, so if you see them with a yellow armband on, that is to tell you and remind you that they are minors and still under the age of 18 years of age, so they're under safeguarding rules as well. So what we're trying to do is make sure that we keep our referees within the game, and with Don't Cross the Line we've been asking referees, banging the drum, to make sure that they're looked after themselves, you know, they're enjoying themselves and being part of grassroots football, because they only go on there and do their level 1s or level 7s, should I say, start off to give themselves some pocket money. It was like the paper rounds many years ago when we all used to do papers and we didn't get a pittance to what they're getting now as referees, to be honest. So it's a good few bob that they can put away and go and spend on presents, on their own clothes, and start to fend for themselves. That's what it is when you look at the young referees, and not just the young referees, there's experienced referees as well who do something like 20 games a week out there. So yeah, it's a big thing, and we want to make sure that we keep our referees within the game. So we do our REFspect Awareness Weekend, which is where the PGMOL, whether you love them, whether you hate them, whatever they do, they're supporting our grassroots referees. And all we're trying to do is make sure that we keep our referees within the game. And the PGMOL will wear our t-shirts during the warm-ups around the Premier League grounds once annually every year. And we're hoping that people all around the country will get on board and support the Don't Cross the Line REFspect campaign, because it's to keep our referees officiating. That's what it is, and make sure that the kids are loving every minute of it. And what we're doing is, as we say, we go back to where and why we protect the referees, because our children here, first and foremost, we are the role models. The adults are the role models, the parents for those kids on the football pitch, not your role models in your Premier League and what have you, even though they will make a difference to the kids because they look up to them as well. But it's first and foremost is the parents, mums, dads, aunties, uncles, brothers, sisters, all the family. They look up to the kids, or the kids look up to them first anyway. So we're protecting the referees because they're the subject of verbal abuse and aggressive behaviour from the sidelines. So while these irate parents and spectators are shouting and screaming towards the referees, all our kids, yes, the kids will hear it and witness it. So we've got to protect the referee, to protect the kids on the football pitch, because we don't want them seeing verbal abuse or aggressive behaviour from adults, because it does frighten them, it does put them off their game. And you can only see that if you see adults fighting on the side of a pitch, how do you think it's going to affect the kids, the 6s, the 7-year-olds who are watching it? They don't want to see that. They're going to be upset at witnessing what is going on. So we definitely don't want to see that on and off the field of play. Not in a million years. Anyway, what we need to do is make sure that we're all singing off the same song sheet and protecting our referees, because they are the target. They are the target from the irate parents and spectators who think that the referee blows the whistle, it's against them all the time, and it's them who cost them the game. It's not. It really isn't. The referees are there impartial to go out there and do the job that the best they have been trained for, and they can do it on the best that they can. That's what it's about. You know, they can only do their best. They haven't got VAR, they haven't got cameras, they've got themselves, and they've got about 50 odd people on the sideline against them. So they're on their own. So they need support, and that's where Don't Cross the Line comes into it. And obviously we go out there, we don't police it basically, we just go out there and we talk and we chat and we say to them how important the referees really are. You know, don't give them any verbal abuse or aggressive behaviour, or show them the aggressive behaviour on the field of play. We need to keep the referees within our game, and they're only youngsters, or the majority are anyway. So if you look at all the leagues now, the majority of them are all minors. You know, you've got to witness, you've got to see them, and you've got to understand. If you're an IRE parent or a spectator who decides that they're going to go out and watch their child play football and cause mayhem on the sidelines, then really you should never be near a football match, because you're only affecting your own child, other children, and the referee themselves. So when you go home, you start feeling guilty, sorry about what your actions were, you know, it's probably too late. So we ask those IRE parents and spectators, if you think that you are going to be a little bit misleading from the sidelines, shouting abuse towards the referees, and you don't really mean it, then stay at home, support your child, and do yourself a favour and everyone else. And that way, grassroots football will be the best ever. It really will. And that's what we all want to see. I want to go out there and I want to watch kids' games and enjoy them, and watch the football and the kids, the experiences of the kids out there playing football, developing, learning their game, learning the skills. And also, when the referee's out there, the referee is adhering to the laws of the game and obviously blowing the whistle. So the kids are learning that side of things as well. And we all can say, oh yeah, offsides, we can't even get it right in the Premier League. Well, maybe we can't. So you know just how hard the job is of a little young amateur referee out there on the field of play with all kinds of adults there. Can you imagine? You put yourself in that position. Not many adults will do that, you know. So, you know, give the respect where respect is due towards these referees as well. They're only kids and they're all having a little go. Yeah, they might make some mistakes, but you get on with it, don't you? Because the kids on the football pitch will make a mistake every 2 minutes, you know, and we have to forgive that. So why can't we forgive a referee if that referee makes a mistake as well? You know, they're not 110% perfect. They will get things wrong, and we have to stand by them, and we just have to respect their decision and get on with it, and just forget that the referee is on the field of play in the first place. It's simple, isn't it? It really is. Anyway, massive thanks to all the SoundCloud listeners, all following us now. There's more and more coming on board, thank you. And also DXTL TV from the touchlines. Subscribe to us, it's free. It's a free channel, and we want to try and get as many guests in as we go along over the next few weeks if possible. So if you want to be a guest, you know, coming on to the Grassroots show, then simply contact myself, mal@duntexttheline.com. Put your point of view forward if you want to, about your league, about your team, about the way things are going, the way things, is it too dear for you in grassroots football? You know, I find it, I'm okay, I'm taking money off parents. Yeah, taking money off parents to pay training fees, things like that. Yeah, it's okay. The kids are enjoying themselves, they're all learning, they're all getting to play football week in, week out. They're training, they love it, they turn up, they want to play football, they want to make sure that they're involved in a football team, and it's great to see when you see them there, they're part of a club and they want to be part of a winning team. We all know that. But unfortunately, you can't win every game, so kids will have to get used to losing as well. And I know there's some teams out there that just don't get used to losing. They win everything, and yeah, fantastic that. But kids, once they get used to losing, it's a good thing. It really is a good thing all around. You can't win everything, and you can't go through life winning everything. It's just not possible. Even the very, very best will lose now and again, you know. So yeah, that's life. We've got to get on with things, and we've got to draw attention to enjoyable football on and off the field of play. And we need good attitudes within grassroots football as well, so the kids can understand. And we're busy trying to do our respect and understand what referees are all about, and telling the kids not to argue with the referee because it's not right. They should get on there because the referee doesn't tell them what to do on the field of play. No, they don't. So they've got to understand as well. They can't tell a referee what to do, or if that referee in their eyes is wrong. They're only 6, 7 years of age. you know, and kids are kids, so we all have to respect everyone, one and only. Yeah, what? Don't cross the line, respect what we do, and that is just trying to bring everyone together. It's trying to make peace from the sidelines, on the touchlines, on the field of play, and to make sure that we bring people together to understand that the game is all about development and learning. It's what it's about. It's about the kids enjoying themselves. So if we can all remember that when we go out and watch the kids play football, or even take the kids when you go into a Premier League game, you know, to understand, yeah, obviously the passion is 110% there. You can't stop that. You never ever will in Premier League football. The terraces, the singing, the chanting, oh dear me, you can't stop that. You really can't. So while we're at grassroots football, let's talk about that, because we can. You can start shouting encouragement. That's all. We don't want to take passion away from the game in grassroots football. We never will, honestly, because we believe that the kids love encouragement, love the support, love the clapping. What they don't like is the parents all shouting at once where to be, what to do, what position. We don't want that whatsoever. We want the kids to listen to the coaches, and coaches only, not to the parents or sideline referees, as we could say as well. So leave everyone to do their job, leave the coaches to do their jobs, leave the referees to do their jobs, and grassroots football will be a perfect place to visit day in, day out, week in, week out, and let the kids develop their skills. Now, when we got our team together, they couldn't kick a ball. I think there was only Leighton who's been playing in the football team, and we just sort of got the kids together who've never been in the team before. Now they're starting to develop as a team. Now they're starting to realise what it's all about. They're learning the game, they're understanding the game. When the goalkeepers, when they first come in, they didn't know where to put the ball, what a goal kick was, where the kick was taken from. But over the season now, you see the development now where they're putting it down. They're realising when a goal goes in, it's a kick-off, and that you never used to be. It used to be brilliant watching the kids where they didn't have a clue, and the referee had to say, look, this is where you put the ball down now, it's a goal kick, it's that. So young referees are great, they're all patient as well, and they're developing the kids on behalf of the coaches, developing skills as well, because no matter how good you are as a coach, 6 and 7 year olds who are just coming into the game, it makes a difference. It really, really does, to try and get those kids to understand the game. And now, going into under-8s, these kids next year, they'll understand a lot more. They all know what it's about now and how the passing game will come to light, and kids are starting to learn and understand the situations in grassroots football. And I love it. I really, really do. And I'm very, very passionate about grassroots football. I think people do know that. And keeping referees within the game, making sure that games flow and everyone goes home happy. I don't like to see arguments, fighting, referees walking away from a game upset because of irate parents, spectators, kids upset as well because mums and dads are shouting at them and telling them what to do. They just want to go out there and develop and learn the game, and if we can all work on that one, then grassroots football is perfect. It's the perfect place for the kids to have friendships and learn their football as well. Okay, we've got on the last minute now, it's flown over. I just hope that, you know, I'm 110% next Friday when it comes to our young commentators. It was great to see 3 of them back on the Friday, and it was one of those things. You're all rusty after a bout of flu or chest infection, so I feel like I'm getting a little bit better. I'm starting to get there, and I'm sure by Friday on our young commentator show I'll be 110% and we'll be active and up and running with everything that we can possibly do to make things better, not just in grassroots football but in life in general as well. Bringing communities together since 2003, that's what Don't Cross the Line has been doing, and we ask you to support our REFspect Awareness Weekend on the 6th of April. If you can, it'd be fantastic. Let us know and we'll do a little competition for the kids. So what can they come up with to help our referees on that weekend of the Awareness Weekend, REFspect, 6th of April 2024. let me know, mal@dunsextraline.com. Okay, thanks very much. We'll be back again on Friday evening. Come on, Liverpool against Arsenal. Fingers crossed we can talk about all that next week if we actually beat them, but it's going to be a tough game. We'll be back on Friday. Myself, Mal Lane, all the team here, the Grassroots Joe, Don't Cross the Line, Respect programme, No Ref, No Game, Hearts of Gold initiatives. We'll see you on Friday evening with our young commentators. Good night, God bless.